At some point in the next few weeks, a teenage jihadi whose identity has not been released may be released from prison after serving less than 6 years of a life sentence. The teenage jihadi, dubbed Britain's youngest terrorist, plotted to behead police when he was just 14 years old in Australia. The boy was jailed for life in 2015 after admitting terrorism offences overseas, but was ordered only to serve a minimum of just 5 years. This is the kind of offence that IPPs, or imprisonment for public protection, should have been used for, but instead the practice was abolished in 2012 because the criminal justice system was ultimately abusing the indeterminate sentencing, meaning that there was no minimum period to serve, and people such as pushbike thieves and mobile phone thieves were locked up in some cases for 12 years or more. The jihadi, now in his 20s, is due to appear before a parole board this week, and it's expected that they will find that he is highly likely to comply with licence conditions. Yeah, because we see it all the time how terrorists are released from prison and become model citizens. However, the jihadi from Blackburn in Lancashire has been given the privilege of a lifelong anonymity order, meaning that anyone who exposes his identity, or in some cases, such as with one of Jamie Bulger's killers, even looking for his new identity, could land you in jail yourself. A 2018 assessment of the boy by forensic psychologist Dr. Louise Bowers said he appears to have left his terrorist identity behind, and he is well on the way to developing a new stable and pro-social identity. He'll be joining the police next. Dr. Paul Stott of anti-extremism think tank the Henry Jackson Society said 2019 decision to grant a teenage terrorist lifelong anonymity, despite the objections of the media, was a remarkable decision. The public will rightly be disturbed that a young man considered dangerous enough to be jailed for life in 2015 may be considered for release. The attack at London Bridge and Sudesh Amans in Streatham have proven that we can't rule out released terrorists going on the rampage again. The interests and concerns of the general public must come first. But of course they do not, because some social justice warrior high up in the chain of command with an absolute detachment from reality thinks that they know what's best for all of us. The boy's targets were said to be a UK police station and a town hall, and that he had a guide to making bombs. It said that a combat knife and an IS flag were found when his home was raided, even though the security services had the boy on their radar for a year before his arrest. The boy also ordered an accomplice, Sevdet Besim, to behead police on the state occasion in Australia, the Australia equivalent of Remembrance Sunday, but both plotters were held by police with just days to go. The boy also drew up a list of 4 teachers that he wanted to behead as he communicated with IS fanatics on social media. When he was at school, it said that he even had videos of beheadings on his mobile phone, which he showed classmates. At the time he was sentenced, Detective Chief Superintendent Tony Mole, head of the Northwest Counter-Terrorism Unit, said his case should serve as a warning to teenagers of the seductive nature of terrorist propaganda online. Yeah. 5 years minimum for a 14-year-old is really a staunch warning, isn't it? Now, I can't even look up information on this boy because it could breach an anonymity order and I could end up on a charge myself, but it goes without saying that if the government are happy to let a clearly very sick individual back out onto our streets with basically full protection from the law, you should think very carefully about whether the government really do have your best interests at heart. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly, truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe if you've not already. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.